If you are an ordinary American working hard every day, but you are always trapped in credit card debts, car loans, mortgage repayments, and you can never save enough wealth to get rid of the hustle life, you must understand one cruel truth in the USS financial market in 2026. It is not that you are not diligent enough, nor that your salary is too low, but that you have completely reversed the core logic of getting rich in North America. Almost all middle-class Americans fall into the biggest wealth trap of this era. They spend their whole life working to make money, and they never let money work for themselves. The real wealth freedom in the United States has nothing to do with your monthly salary bonus, nothing to do with overtime hard work, and everything to do with compound interest logic of US stock assets, distinguishing assets from liabilities, and grasping the window period of Federal Reserve monetary policy in 2026. The first sum of original capital you earn in your life directly determines whether you can achieve class leap in your lifetime and whether you can own absolute financial freedom that Americans dream of. Every young American who earns their first large sum of idle capital in their life will face two completely different life choices. The mainstream choice of American consumer culture, which caters to instant pleasure human nature, is to use all principle to lease top Tesla Cybertruck, luxury Range Rover, buy luxury designer bags, rent luxury waterfront apartments, brush unlimited high-consumption credit cards, and pursue superficial status glory that outsiders can see. Everyone around you will praise you for living a high-quality life, envy your glamorous life, and think that you have successfully climbed into the upper middle class of the United States. But no one will tell you that every luxury car, every overconsumption, every credit card installment you buy is not wealth at all, but a heavy negative liability that eats your compound interest life. In the high-interest environment of 2026, your debt will roll up negative compound interest year by year. You work harder to make money, the more interest you have to repay, and you will be trapped in the debt cycle for decades, losing the best opportunity for class leap in your life forever. The second choice that American top wealthy people quietly follow, which is against public cognition, is to put all their first pot of gold into US core broad market assets in the current market, S&P 500 index funds, NASDAQ 100 blue-chip technology stocks, high dividend core assets, and reasonable, allocate 401k tax-free retirement compound accounts. They are not eager to show off their wealth, do not pursue flashy luxury cars and ostentatious consumption, and choose to endure short-term plain life. Exchange short-term instant pleasure for lifelong wealth, compound growth. You must clearly understand the most realistic data of US stock market in 2026. The S&P 500 has never suffered losses in any 20-year long-term holding cycle, and the principal can achieve stable doubling and doubling again by relying on dividend compound interest. NASDAQ technology assets rely on the global monopoly profitability of US tech. Technology giants and the long-term compound income far exceeds the inflation depreciation rate of the US dollar. As long as you hold patiently for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, the principal will skyrocket geometrically under the action of compound interest, and the passive income generated by assets will easily cover all daily living expenses, housing expenses, and travel expenses of your whole life. We use the most intuitive, real comparison of US dollars to shock every American audience. Suppose you have $200,000 of initial principal in 2026. If you choose to consume liabilities, buy top luxury American cars, pay high-interest credit card installments, and maintain luxury consumption. Within 5 years, you will not only have no remaining principal, but also owe hundreds of thousands of dollars of high-interest negative debt. The 21.52% annual negative compound interest of credit cards will make your debt grow like a snowball, and you have to work overtime every day to repay interest for banks for a lifetime. If you choose asset compound appreciation, all $200,000 are invested in S&P and NASDAQ long-term fixed investment, calculated according to the average annual compound return of 12% in the US stock market. After 20 years, your principal will grow to more than $1.9 million. After 30 years, it will exceed $6.3 million. Dividend reinvested compound interest will let your money sleep and make money automatically. You don't need to go to work, and asset income supports your free life forever. This is the cruel gap between American consumption thinking and compound interest thinking. The same sum of money, different choices, completely different life classes. The biggest human weakness of North American people is that they are born to pursue instant satisfaction and hate long-term waiting. The entire American mainstream media and consumer business are brainwashing everyone. Driving a luxury car, wearing luxury brands, living in a luxury house is success, and spending ahead of time is fashionable life. No one tells ordinary Americans that flashy external consumption will only make you look rich temporarily, and real wealth hidden in asset compound interest will quietly change your life trajectory. In the current US, the financial market, with high interest rates and stable stock market in 2026, liabilities are accelerating to drain your wealth with negative compound interest, and assets are accelerating to accumulate your wealth with positive compound interest. Income from human labor has an upper limit. No matter how high your salary is, you will be limited by time and energy. But asset compound interest has no upper limit. Money works 24 hours a day for you. Weekends and holidays do not rest, and grows wealth for you continuously without interruption. This is the core logic that all American millionaires keep secret and never disclose to outsiders. You must distinguish the absolute boundary between American assets and liabilities clearly. Assets can bring you continuous positive cash flow every month, let money make money automatically, and help you realize passive financial freedom. Liabilities will take away your cash flow every month, let you keep working to repay debts, and trap you in the bottom cycle of life forever. In 2026, USS Society, luxury cars are liabilities, luxury goods are liabilities, high-interest credit card overdrafts are liabilities, vacant luxury houses bought by loans are huge liabilities. And S&P Broad Index, NASDAQ core stocks, high-dividend blue chips, tax-free 401k accounts are genuine appreciation assets. The rich in the United States keep buying assets all their lives, and the poor keep paying for liabilities all their lives. The rich let compound interest raise their next generation, while the poor work hard to repay debts for their whole life. This is the essential difference between American upper class and ordinary people, and the eternal law of North American wealth operation. In the end, I want to tell every American chasing wealth, the greatest miracle of the US. Financial market has never been sudden windfall, never crazy speculation, but the quiet power of compound interest that time magnifies infinitely. You don't need extraordinary ability. You don't need huge principle, you only need correct wealth cognition, strict investment discipline, endure short-term plainness, and let assets work for you for a long time. Everyone can get rid of debt, involution, realize class leap, and own the free life that Americans pursue all their lives. Money serves people forever, not people slave for money forever. This is the ultimate underlying logic of American asset compound interest and eternal wealth freedom.